which people can purchase alcohol products, and I just don't think you can do that. And particularly, you can't do it against, you can't make those rules against a particular segment of society and not other segments of society.
Small communities say nothing about whether or not they're native or white, and of course there are numbers of whites who live in the small communities, and I think that's kind of a desperation hip shot from Char that, again, causes me to question. Methinks he doth protest too much, and I wonder precisely why. I really think it would do them great credit if instead of fighting and squabbling every inch of the way towards addressing the crucial problem, that they would come forth with suggestions as how it can better be approached and who should be paying this $10 million shortfall.
There's considerable disagreement about dry towns, even among those who enforce liquor laws in the bush. Police Chief John Windham of Bethel says that things are much better in Bethel since they went dry.
We used to average approximately 22 to 25 deaths a year that were directly attributable to alcohol, such as freezing in the winter or drowning in the summer. And now we've getting about 4 a year average between freezing and drowning.
But Nard Nichols, a former policeman in Nome, says that his job would have been easier if the bars were open all the time.
I know where all the troublemakers are up until 5 o'clock in the morning. They're right down there in those bars. And then from 5 o'clock until 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I really got to worry. You close it at 2 o'clock like they had before, I've got to worry from 2 o'clock till 8 or 9 o'clock. See? If I had my way, they'd be open 24 hours a day. That's right. Because all your drinkers, all your bad troublemakers, they'll be down there in the bars, and you know exactly where they're at. When you close that bar up, they've got to go to somebody's house. And that's where you get your bad problems. That's where you get your killings and your rapes and all this, is after the bars are closed.
Red Devil used to be a quicksilver mining town. Today, the town has dwindled to 2 families and a roadhouse. But it's the only legal liquor outlet in a huge area, stretching from Bethel to Stony River on the Kuskokwim and Mountain Village to Grayling on the Yukon. The Vanderpools have owned the store, bar, liquor store, and air charter service for 10 years, and they've made a good business out of it.
We done $212,000 worth of business in 1976, about $195,000 in 1975. The years back it's been smaller. It's been, last 2 years it's been growing. I don't know how they can expect to change people. I mean, making laws for people to abide by, it seems more like they're just going to run the villages and tell the people how they got to live and what they got to do, and no free mind of their own, seems to me like. Well, I don't think that's fair. I think if they're going to make them laws just for the villages, they should make it for everybody. Anchorage and Fairbanks and Juneau and all the big cities should be just the same as the villages. The way Governor puts it, he just acts like it's the people in the village that are doing all the drinking, and the people on Anchorage and Fairbanks, they're just going along and having a drink now and then. But the way he's writing it up, it's just putting it all the villagers are getting all the blame for all the heavy drinking.
Many agree with Bob Vanderpool. They say that a person has the right to drink if they want, and if a person wants to drink, they're going to buy booze. If not from a legal outlet, then from a bootlegger.
One of the really bad, gross part about bootlegging or illegal sales or trade, whatever you want to do it, call it, is people who sell ivory carvings for a fifth of booze. Now, I've seen $100, $150 big carvings. Guys sell that for 1/5 of booze. So there's nothing but money for the bootleggers, and you're going to have bootleggers. And bootleggers in a dry area are like dope pushers. Now, everybody who happens to have a little bit of dope can turn right around and sell a little bit of dope, sell it to their friends or buddies or whatever. It's the same way with booze. And everybody does it, even kids. They'll give you the money to go down and buy them the booze so that they can take it up here and bootleg it. And this happens all over the state of Alaska.
In Bethel, even the Alaska Review crew was approached by